Hi, my name is Tayana and I'm here with the assistant principal, Miss White.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What attracted you to Morgan Park High School?
Morgan Park is actually very personal to me. My daughter is a sophomore here at Morgan Park. Also, I'm very passionate about the education of Black children, making sure that students at a neighborhood high school have access to a free and appropriate public education, which means having a wide array of activities available to them, opportunities, and then making sure that they have safety as well.
I feel like the safety, that's like very important, especially since your daughter is now a sophomore here. What history do you have of Morgan Park High School?
It's weird because my mom used to be the school nurse here back in the day. My mom was the school nurse here from 92 to 98. So I'm kind of familiar with it from like my childhood. The current school nurse actually was trained by my mom. Isn't that weird? I found that out during a allergen drill. And then just like by my daughter going here, and you know, I'm familiar with the former principal. So like just it is really close to my house. And I know it's still like many of the CPS schools on the south side have shrunk. And I really like that we still have a nice size student population of students coming from different areas. And it's not like always based on you having a certain test score. And I feel like we have a truly diverse population of kids, and I wanted to be a part of that.
That's such a beautiful connection. What other careers were you interested in, like before teaching, before assistant principal? Like
CPS is almost like in my blood. So my dad was a teacher, then a school administrator. My mom was a RN, and then she became a school nurse. My sister is a teacher, so I didn't want anything to do with teaching, to be honest with you. I wanted to be a lawyer. And so I was a part of like this Young Lawyers Explorers program. And I really wasn't feeling it. I went to U of I, and I still came in under computer science, but I ended up changing my major. The first major was business after computer science. And then I ended up with a minor in business, but I ended up a communications major with a minor in business. And who knew that communications was gonna have like just such an impact on my life and on my career, because like one thing that really stuck with me was like most communication is nonverbal, not verbal. And just really thinking about how I came off to people and how I made connections with people and how I could build relationships with people to get what I needed done. And so it looks different in different areas, but just understanding the importance of communication and being able to meet people where they are and move forward.
I feel like that's such a like deep, reasonable reason why you wanted to like start teaching, because it's like you wanted to be a lawyer, and then you had these other things set up. So it's like, I feel like you definitely deserve the spot of assistant principal. So congratulations to that. Well, I think you kind of answered my question. I was going to ask you, what school did you come
from college or other schools I worked at?
Like other schools that you worked at.
Okay.
What was your experience?
So, actually, shockingly, I was not a classroom teacher. I was a school counselor. So, I was a school counselor at Finger Academy. The beginning of my career, so the 2007-2008 school year until 2012. And then I went to Julian. I was at Julian from 2012 until 2016. And then I got displaced because budget cuts are real, right? And I went through this weird time when I was like, I was at Marshall as a temporary assigned school counselor. And then I did 5 months at Hirsch. So I literally have had like
so around. So like mostly out west?
No, most of my time I was on the far south side. Okay. So Finger and Julian, like almost 9 years of my career. Then I did like 6 weeks at Marshall. Then I did 5 months at Hirsch. I don't even talk about my Hirsch time, to be honest with you. And then I went to be a climate coordinator at Marshall because the principal liked me so much, she made her job description based on me. And I was at Marshall, maybe from April until, I don't know, the end of that first quarter. But like we had a lot of strides, but I was in this quasi counselor / like leader position, but I wasn't an administrator. And so I became an assistant principal at Uplift Community High School, which is in the Uptown neighborhood on the north side. So I've been there for the last 5 years as an assistant principal. So this is actually my second assistant principal job.
What do you think like about the changes of like lunch food, like around opening up more opportunities for us?
The school lunch is funny because I've heard like student voice was a really big thing at my old school, and they used to always the student voice person will always have the kids talking about free lunch, and not free lunch, school lunch. And I'm like, shut up, we can't do anything about it, so let's not get the kids all riled up about it, and then they fight for something and it doesn't happen and it looks like we don't care, right? But to see that it is going somewhere and they are doing tastings, and like it wasn't bad. I saw like a little cheese thing and like it was Stouffer's or whatever. So it's not where it was. It's not where it should be, but I think it's getting better. And I think it's really important that kids get a tasty lunch. Like, you could be delicious and nutritious.
Nice to meet you, Miss White. I'm so happy.